Everyone, hope everyone had a wonderful, wonderful week. This week's parsha is Parshas Teruma, and we read about the Vasuli Migdash V'Shachanti B'Socham, the Binyan HaMishkan, and all of the kalim that are built in the Mishkan. And of all the kalim, every kli has a certain functionality. The Shulchan has a functionality to hold the lechem hapanim. The menorah has a functionality. The Mizbeach has a functionality. The inner Mizbeach, the outer Mizbeach, all of the kalim have a functionality. There's one kli that's different, that stands unique, and that is, of course, the aron. And there's so many striking midrashim when it comes to the aron. The most striking, when you read the psukim themselves, you'll notice every single one of the klei mishkan is introduced in the singular. Va'asisa shulchan, v'tzipisa oso zahav, va'asisa hamenorah, va'asisa hamizbech. It's all va'asisa singular. When it comes to the aron, we are told va'asu aron atzei shitim. The Aron is in the plural. And the Medrash, the Shmos Rabbah, picks up on this and teaches us that when it comes to the Aron Bris Hashem, this is not a mitzvah on corporate Klal Yisrael. Yeah, the Mizbeach, the Shulchan, the Menorah, that's corporate Klal Yisrael. That's a mitzvah on the collective of Knesset Yisrael, not the Aron. The Aron, every single individual, va'asu, plural, every single individual, me, you, Reuven, Shimon, Levi, every individual has a chelek in the Aron. Why is that? Because the Aron represents Torah. It houses the luchos. It is the seat of the Shechina. And when it comes to that, it has no avoda. There's nothing you do with the Aron, but as the seat of the Shechina, so therefore every single person has to have a chelek. Torah, the luchos, every single person has to connect, has to be involved. And indeed, you have many midrashim that highlight this concept. You have, for example, the Medrash cited in Maseches Yuma Daf Ayin Beis Amid Beis teaches us that why is the Aron gold on the inside, gold on the outside, and then has wood in the middle? Because it's telling us a Talmud Chacham. Again, the Aron represents Torah, Chachma, has to be Toho Kabaro, has to be similar on the outside, similar on the inside. There is a Zer Zahav Saviv, there is a crown of gold around the Aron. Why? So the Torah tells us, Chazal tell us in the Medrash, that the crown of Torah, the Keser Torah, is even greater than the Keser Kahuna, is even greater than the Keser Malchus. Because the Aron, there is no avoda. There is no something specific, a worship that's done. It is purely a seat, a representation of Torah's Hashem. And perhaps no coincidence, the Shechina rests. On top of the Aron, you have the Kaporos, you have the Kruvim, little children. The images of pure little children, the Tinokos Shel Beis Rabbim, that sit and learn Torah, and the Shechina rests between them. Because whether we have a Mishkan or a Beis HaMikdash or not, the embodiment of Shechina in this world is in Mishkan, and it is not just in Mishkan, but is in between those Kruvim on the Aron Bris Hashem by Torah. So even Bizman Hazem, we do not have a Beis HaMikdash, unfortunately. But we still have opportunities to connect to Shechina. And the reason that we place such a primacy on Limud HaTorah, on the daily learning, the Kvias Itim LaTorah, that the first thing will be asked when we get to Shammai after 120 years is Kavata Itim LaTorah, that daily engagement. In Tefillah, it's the Avodah Shebalev. In Limud HaTorah, it's the Avodah Shebamoach, of the intellect. But to be able to connect to Shechina, Torah's Hashem, that's what Mishkan's all about. Linking into Shechina, that's exactly what the Aron is. And Bavanosenu Harabim, we don't have that physical embodiment of Mishkan, but we still have Va'asu Mishkan, Va'asisa Mishkan. You build a Mishkan. Va'asu Migdash V'Shachanti B'Socham, inside of every single person, inside of every single Jew, is that opportunity to tap into Shechina through today, Limud HaTorah, that sense of Aron that we have even Bizman Hazeh. Have a wonderful Shabbos Kodesh.